Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I want to introduce myself. My name is Dayu. Now, I want to tell you about what is the sociolinguistic. For the first matter, what is the sociolinguistic? Sociolinguistic is the study of the relationship between language and society. The relationship between language and society is tightly anchored. The relationship of the two if the player root language performs various functions in the society and the society does the same way. If one will not exist, the other one will be affected. What is the nature of language? Language. What is the language? Language is the use of a system of communication which consists of a set of sounds or written symbols. And what is the nature of language? They argue further that the concept of nature of language sweeps from the view that language is a sequence of sounds to the conception of language as everything that can be talked about it. The nature of language. Thus, according to Mackay and Francis, when one talks about the nature of language, several things are subsumed in it and some overlap. Next, characteristic of human language. Productivity allows to create new utterances by combining the building bricks of language in new ways, whether this be sound, word, or sentence. Enables human beings to combine symbols, for example, words, sounds, phrase, in systematic ways to express particular ideas. Word formation. Next, language in social context. The study of language in social context, termed sociolinguistics, focuses on the relationship between linguistic behavior and social situation, rules, and function. Next, language variation. Number 1, vernacular language. Using a language or dialect native to a region or country rather than a literary, cultural, or foreign language. Number 2, standard language. A standard language is a variety of language that is used by governments, in the media, in schools, and for international communication. Number 3, lingua franca. Lingua franca is a language that functions as an intermediate language or language of instruction, a social language. And the last, Pidgin and Creole. Pidgin is a language that first developed as a means of communication between two or more groups. Meanwhile, Creole appears when a pidgin becomes the mother tongue of a particular community. Next matter, characteristic of human language. Number 1, language is arbitrary. Language is undoubtedly arbitrary as there is no inherent connection between the nature of language, of things or concepts the speech deals with. However, wherever those things and ideas are expressed, and there is no reason why different communities pronounce a single term differently. Number 2, language is a social phenomenon. In a sense, language should be considered a social phenomenon. Language is social in our human society. It is means of nourishing and developing culture and establishing human relations. Number 3, language is a symbolic system. Language signifies a symbolic system, and it consists of different sounds, symbols for concepts, have their arrangement of plans, and each language is an arrangement of system. Number 5, language is vocal, verbal, and sound. Language is a system of vocal and verbal symbolism, and it is essentially comprised of vocal sounds just created by a psychological articulatory component in the human body. Number 6, language is non-instinctive, confessional. No language was made in multi-day out of a commonly settled partnership by a gathering of people. Language is the result of advancement and tradition, and variety transmits this tradition onto the following. Number 7, language is productive and creative. Language has its efficiency and innovativeness. The auxiliary components of human language are joined to create new expressions that neither the speaker nor the listeners may have met or heard previously. Number 8, language is a system of communication. Language is strong, confluent, and the best form of communication for no doubt. And it is the best way to express everything. Through language, we human beings express our thoughts, desires, emotions, and feelings. Number 9, language is human and structurally complex. Human language is open-minded, extendable, and modifiable, contrary to animal language. Language should be modifiable from time to time. Number 10 and the last, language is unique, complex, and modifiable. Language is indeed a unique phenomenon in the world. Every language has its characteristics and distinctive features. Furthermore, its language has its creativity and productivity to deliver that the best ways to communicate. Okay, guys, thanks for your attention. Maybe just that when I say Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.